Fashion designing is very, very easy with the calculation method. Yes, I know a lot of you. I've been teaching you how to calculate your bust point, your waist point, your shoulder to bust, shoulder to waist. If you've not watched those videos, go back and watch it, because today I am teaching you the most important part of fashion designing, which everybody is guilty of, and that is calculating your depth, and your crotch extension. Yes, I know a lot of you don't know the difference between a crotch depth and your crotch extension. That is why I had this trouser pattern laid here. This, from here to here, is a crotch depth, and from here to here is your crotch extension. Okay, so that's just the difference. So here I'm going to teach you how to get the distance from here to here to fit perfectly, so that when you're wearing your trouser, it will fit perfectly on your lap. Okay, so that is what I am going to teach you, the calculations that you're going to make that will make it fit perfectly. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with the calculation for a fitted pant. So for a fitted pant, which I've taught this one earlier in my videos, go back and watch that video. For a fitted pant, you're going to divide your hip divide by 4. You're going to divide your hip by 4. This is your waistline, and this is your hip line, and this is your crotch depth. To get this crotch depth, we've not gotten it though. We've not gotten it. So to get this crotch depth, I am going to, let me cancel this. I'm too fast to label it. To get, you have your waistline and you have your hip line. To get this crotch depth, so that we can have the extension. This is the extension which we are going to I am going to teach you how I got this extension. So to get this point from here to here, to get our crotch depth, I'm going to divide my hip by 4. And what is my hip? For a fitted pant, if you are cutting a fitted pant, you're going to divide my hip is 42, so I'm going to use 42. Oh my god, this mark. So I'm going to write 42 divided by 4. 42 divided by 4. 42 divided by 4 will give me 10 and half. So my hip is 10 and half, and for a fitted pant, I am going to just place my tape like this and mark the distance from here to here is going to be 10.5. 10 point 10 and half. Okay, for a fitted pant. So the distance from here to here, that's from your waist to your crotch depth, is, for a fitted pant, is 10 and half. That is where you're going to mark your crotch depth. For a loose pant, if you are making a loose pant, palazzo pant, then let me call it palazzo so that you guys will understand what I mean by a loose pant. For a loose pant, you're going to divide your hip divide by 4. Hip divide by 4. For a loose pant, you mark hip divide by 4 plus 2 inches allowance. For my fitted pant, I divided my hip divide by 4, and this is what I have, 10.5. For a loose pant, you're going to divide your hip divide by 4 plus 2 inches to make it loose. Okay, so let's use it with my measurement. My hip circumference is 42. Divide by 4 is going to give me 10 and half. Then I'm going to add this 10 and half. I'm going to add 2 inches allowance to it, making it 12 and half. So to get my loose, for a loose pant, I'm going to just place my tape on a straight line and mark 10, 12 and half, because I am making a loose pant. The distance from here to here will now be 12 and half. So for a jumpsuit, you want to make a jumpsuit, but you don't know if after sewing it, the thing will come tight. It will now tighten your becus. So now I am going to teach you what you're going to do to have a loose fitted jumpsuit. So for a fitted jumpsuit, I am going to divide my hip divide by 4 plus 3 inches. Okay, now we added 2 inches here. So for a fitted jumpsuit, I'm going to add 3 inches. So I'm going to now use my measurement. 42 divided by 4 will give me 10 and half. Then I'll add 3 inches to it, making it 13 and half. So if I'm making a jumpsuit, I am going to mark the distance from here, from my waist to the crotch depth, as 13 and half inches. That's the distance from here to here. is going to be 13 inches. Then I will mark a straight line like this. Now, having learnt all this, I'm going to teach you how to make your crown. I don't want this video to be very long. If you don't understand what I say, go back, just play it back and you will understand what I say. So let's go back to the crotch extension. For the crotch extension, what is a crotch extension? The crotch extension, this is your normal straight measurement. This is your hip, this is your waist, this is your waist, this is your hip, and this is your crotch. To extend this crotch point from here to here, to extend it so that you guys, to extend it from, to form a trouser, that you are making a trouser, to extend it from here to here, from here to here, that's the crotch extension. Remember, what you have from here to here is your hip. What you have from here, because whatever you have here, you're going to bring it down here. Your hip circumference divide by 4, you're going to bring it down here. Okay, then you mark it and stop. Then to extend it as your crotch extension, so what are we going to put from here to here to fit perfectly well, so that my own will not be bulgy? Okay, I am going to divide my same hip divide by 20. My hip divide by 20. Let's divide it. My hip is 42. Divide by 20 will give me 2.1. 2.1. So now for a fitted pant, you're sewing a fitted pant. This is going to be your crotch extension. Then you place your tape. After marking down your hip circumference from here, you're going to extend your line by 2.5 inches here, from here to here, and you mark 2.1 as a fitted pant. Fitted. As a fitted pant. If you are making a loose pant, this is where it comes in. You're going to divide your hip by 16. Then you're going to divide hip divide by 16. So let's divide it. Hip divide by 16 is going to give me 2.6. Let's say 42 divided by 16 is going to give me 2.6. So from here to here, if I'm making a loose pant, I'm going to mark from here to here. Now I'm going to mark it as 2.6 for a loose pant. 2.6, that's the distance from here to here. Okay, so now the crotch extension for the back, the front and the back does not have the same crotch extension. So if you want to get your crotch extension for the back, we already have, this is the front and fitted. You want the front is going to carry this 2 hip divided by 20 plus, you understand? The fitted is going to have this 2.1. So the crotch extension is going to be 2.1 for the front, because you're not going to add anything. The back, because you have weight at the back, your bum, you have too much weight at the back, you're still going to add something at the back to cover up that weight. So that is why the back is always different. To calculate what you're going to add, let's say this is the back, we are done with the front. So this one and this one is the same now. So I'm going to add something here, so that when you wear it, it will enter inside and cover and fit perfectly. How do we get it? The distance from here to here, because we're going to add whatever we have here, we're going to multiply it, so that you are going to have enough space for the back to enter to fit perfectly. So here you're going to divide your hip divide by 10, sorry, not 20 again, 10. Now I'm going to divide 42 divide by 10. It's going to give me what? 4.2. You understand? You have 2.1, and with this one, because we divided it by 20, it gave us 2.1. Now we divided it by 10, it gave us double of this. That is double of this. So from here to here is going to give us, that's the crotch depth, the crotch extension from here to here. Not from here. Here is your hip. This is your hip. From here is your hip. Then you're going to extend for the back. You're going to extend from here to here. 4.2 as your back extension. You understand? This is your back extension, 4.2, and this is your front extension, 2.1. Then if you're making a loose pant, you're going to make it 2.6. So I don't know if you guys understand everything I taught you guys here. Okay, if you have any question, the comment section is open for you to ask. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Practice and you're going to be perfect with it. See you guys in my next video. Bye.